Alright, ladies and gents, this is going to be a Quickie rental car walk around. What we have here today is a 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander, not to be confused with the Outlander Sport. That's a smaller vehicle. This is an SE model. It's one step up from base. 7-passenger, 4-cylinder. 166 horsepower, I think, 2.4, 7-passenger seating, but barely. Do believe this is front-wheel drive vehicle. I could detect just a little bit of torque steer on acceleration. This does have the dreaded CVT, which everything seems to be going to now. Continuously variable transmission. But this one's fine. It's not bad. It's stark contrast to the horrible Nissan Versa Note with the CVT I rented recently, and it was fine on the highway. It's just the in town it was so miserable. This is an SE. It's one step up from base. Ironically, all 4 models have the same wheels, and those are nice looking wheels, I think. Kind of a nice looking vehicle. Not sure how I was going to like it, but I drove it in rain and then when dry and in town and on the interstate, and then on the interstate in rain, heavy rain, passing trucks, and it's really nice. I'm not going to give you a real in-depth analysis. There's 25 videos probably on YouTube that by the professional car evaluation people, but I just want to do the outside here before the rain comes back. Let me just show you. Roomy back seat, leg room and everything, I think. There's your little, I don't know if you can see it. I got one folded down with a piece of luggage there, but those, they're like an afterthought. Those, the rear seat. Actually, I can get a better shot in here of the dash and everything. One thing I kind of like about it, instead of the solid black upholstery like my Caravan has, this has some contrast to it, so there's it won't show everything like, you know, some things. This type of stuff here, I don't know what that is. I think it's kind of neat, kind of retro. Looks like the instrument gauge surround on the dash of a 70s Pontiac Trans Am, I think. But everything's right here where you can get to it. I hopped in it when I picked it up yesterday at the airport, and it's pretty easy to hop in and go. You didn't have to figure everything out. The key didn't have a, obviously doesn't have a thing on it, so I figured, okay, well, that's push to start. So, and it was, so put on the brake, push to start, and it was easy. The air conditioning was pretty easy to get that turned down, because anytime you pick up a rental car, the stereo is always on and the air is full blast, and it was. And stereo, just an easy off button, boom, right there. And this car has 6,000 miles on it. This is a 6 or 7 inch touchscreen, and for all you techies out there, it has, I don't know if it's got the Apple CarPlay, I know you can get it, Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. Your normal power windows, locks, mirrors, cruise tilt, yada yada. No moonroof or anything, no power driver's seat, but you don't need it. Armrest folds down with a couple cup holders in it. They're in the back. Parking brake, it's the electric kind with the button. Anyway, it fits me really good. The CVT is not bad. The 4-cylinder 2.4 is actually fine, at least for one person and probably 2. If you try to get 7 people in this thing, it might be a different outcome. But it was, yep, in town, I was doing about 10 miles per hour faster than I thought I was doing, so that's good. I mean, it means I had confidence in the vehicle. Passing semi trucks on the on the interstate doing 75, you know, in the rain. No problem at all. Not going to shut that door because it's running. I don't want it to do something stupid like shut and lock. But it's, you know, a nice looking vehicle, except for that New York tag right in the center of it. But I'm not going to get into how it rates versus other, you know, the so-called competition, because there's a whole bunch of videos on that probably. I'm just going to give you a 1 to 10 rating on how I like driving it, and for what it is, and I give it a good 8. It was comfortable and peppy. The CVT didn't annoy me. I liked it. I was surprised. So I'm going to guess, this being a Mitsubishi, it's not going to hold its value like, you know, other vehicles, which is going to make this a really good used car buy, I think. If you can pick one of these up out of the rental fleets, you know, a year old, and you find a decent one that hadn't been whacked, I bet you can buy this for probably 17, 18 grand. I think stickers is, you know, somewhere in the mid-20s now for this model. So, all right, that's my evaluation on the 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander.